And welcome back to part 2 of What If Goku Progressed Like Frieza? Now, sometimes I'll do this, a little house cleaning on the whole topic and idea. Now, first off, someone actually brought up information that I didn't immediately know, so I appreciate it. That Frieza actually only trained 4 months before he fought Goku and Vegeta in Resurrection F, so he actually progressed far quicker than even I knew. So I'm not going to adjust Goku's power where it stands right now at about 50,000, but what I will do is make any further progressions kind of more equal to what that would be theoretically. I will do my best because it's impossible to really gauge where Frieza, because they don't use numbers for power levels anymore. You can't use that because Frieza's a nice guy. His power level's like 400 trillion or something like that, because power levels are bullshit. They flat out say that. So don't get me wrong. If you want to try to calculate this, I love trying to calculate those things, but once we get to those numbers, it's kind of ridiculous. So it's impossible to actually gauge how far Frieza progressed in 4 months, really, ultimately. He was able to get, basically, in his base form, challenge God-enhanced base form Goku, so we know that. And then he achieved Golden Frieza in 4 months time. That was able to go toe-to-toe with God-level individuals with Goku Blue. So we know it was astronomical. Now, someone had brought up the point, like, well, really, you kind of nerfed him. Shouldn't he progress this much higher? In theory, yes, but I didn't want to just overdo it. But at the same time, I realized, oh, crap, wow, he really progressed. Sorry about that. Yeah, he really progressed farther than even I gave him credit for. Anyway, so last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If Goku possessed like Frieza, Reds have come to Earth to persuade his brother to take over the planet and work with him and come back. Goku very casually said no. So, and then he proceeded to beat the ever-loving crud out of his brother. His brother vowed that he will be back. This isn't over, Kakarot. And that's where we left off. So, now we basically have the question of, okay, there are more Saiyans out there. They're gonna be here. They're even stronger than Rad's, far stronger even. So, how are we going to do this? It's like, we're going to have to go train, guys. And it's like, but Daddy, and it's like, no, it's okay, Gohan, don't worry. Now, here's the problem here. I know a lot of people are going to get on my case for this. There's no reason for Gohan to be training at this time. And the reason I say that, I know people are going to get angry at me for that, because I kind of nerf Gohan a lot in these scenarios. But let's be clear. And maybe I'll actually do a legitimate video explaining how I do what-ifs at some point, because I feel like I always have to re-explain that to people. At least to some people, like new people who come to the channel. Who don't know how I do what-ifs. The way I do a what-if is I take with the what-if scenario, the change in the scenario, in the canon, in the history, whatever. I run with that. And then whatever changes come from that are natural to the progression of the story, I do. But there's certain things that wouldn't happen due to some changes. A perfect example of this is Gohan wouldn't need be training with like Piccolo or anything. He wouldn't be, because first off, Chi-Chi's not going to allow that. But second off, because Goku's not dead. Because Goku's not dead, he's not going to be pushing his son into training, because Chi-Chi's not going to allow that. Tiger Bomb that crap. And even if she does allow him to occasionally just lightly spar with Goku, that's probably all it is. She wants something better for her son. And I can completely respect that of a Chi-Chi's character. She was just too much of a freaking Tiger Bomb. Specifically, as the series went on, it became abundantly clear that Chi-Chi doesn't freaking get it. So, yeah. But that's the problem here, is that with Goku still alive, Piccolo can't kidnap Gohan. So he does not have any reason to kidnap Gohan. He also kidnapped Gohan because he saw Gohan's power. That didn't happen in this scenario. So there's no reason for him to kidnap Gohan. Ergo, there's no reason for Gohan to be training right now. I'm not saying it won't happen later on. I'm not saying it will either. I'm just saying, at this moment, you're not going to see Gohan train. But you're still going to see Goku be training. All the Z-Warriors are going to be training with up at Kami's Lookout. But Goku, I think, will be training more or less on his own. Because, frankly, the Z-Fighters just can't keep up with Goku right now. But Goku's going to be double-timing his training. Piccolo will also be double-timing his training as well. So, basically, you're going to get that. I think you actually will get a bit more of than a year, because he's got to meet up and recover Raditz. He's got to recover and meet up with Nappa and Vegeta, and because he got his the crap kicked out of him. He got a pretty hefty Zenkai to match. I'd say he's easily at a 2,000 right now. Still far weaker than Vegeta or Nappa, but he's a lot stronger. Like, he could kick the Cybermen's asses, so there's that. So it was about a year with this original one. We'll put it to a year and a half here. So a year and a half go by. Where does that put everyone power-wise? Let's save the big bad. Let's save the big man for last. So all the Z-Fires, now all the Z-Fires are a bit stronger, like I said, because when Goku's stronger, I believe that his friends are stronger for it to, try to keep up with him. And Roshi actually got a little bit stronger in this too, because he had to train to keep up with Goku. I'm not saying that because Roshi's going to be fighting. I'm just saying keep that in mind when I bring Roshi back in the equation for something like Super. So where does that put everyone? Well, let's remember where I had everyone else. Tien, I actually think I put Tien around 350. I think I did keep, though, like Krillin and Yamcha around the same I normally do at 250 and 200. Now, they're putting that double, and they actually got an extra half a year in of training. So, Chaozu, let's be fair and round Chaozu up to 1,000. Chaozu rarely matters in these circumstances. But let's put him at 1,000. Let's be fair. 1,000's good. Now, in terms of the multipliers these guys got, in the original, Tien went from 250 to about 1,880. I believe that's the number. Oh, no, it's like either 80 or 30. One of the two. Point being, though, that is roughly speaking a 7 times increase, almost 8 times increase. So, if we factor that multiplier in on what he's doing, plus adding an extra year, or half a year, so that's an extra 3 times, that's about 10 times, give or take. And this is rough math. 10 times. Also add in that they're probably training harder because of Goku. So we're going to add maybe another, I don't want to go full 15, but we'll go 12. So 12 times what Tien was in the original, or Tien is now, so at 350. You 10, give me 1 second to do that quick math in my head. Okay, there we go. So he's about 4,200, give or take. Which is impressive. That puts him stronger than just base form Nappa. Nappa not at full power. You go Krillin, who was about 250. Again, Krillin's power wasn't as impressive. Because Krillin was around 206, and he went to about 1,200, give or take. Because when we get to, and honestly, it is about 1,200. Because when we get to Namek, he's around 1,500. I don't think he was at 15. Well, that's when the scouter read him. But I think when at his full power, when he's using like his blast, he's at like 1,700. But I think he's more around 1,200, give or take. So it's roughly a 6 times multiplier. Again, factor in training harder because of Goku and getting another half a year in there. We can say probably about a 10 times multiplier. I think that's a perfectly reasonable number. That puts Krillin at 2,500. Yamcha is around 200. His power actually took an even bigger increase than Krillin's did. Because he was around 1,400, give or take. Like 1,460, I think it was. From about 117. So, and that's, that math. That's about, give or take, 8 times almost. So again, half a year, that's 12. Yamcha actually gets the biggest boost of anyone. I would give him a solid 15. I think that's reasonable. So that puts him at $3,000. Then we get to the last 2 finalists here, Piccolo and Goku. Now, Piccolo we had right around 1,000. Because Raditz was actually shocked by the amount of power Piccolo had, because Piccolo also been training to try to match up to Goku, just hasn't been doing it. Now, Piccolo got an 8 times boost to his power level, roughly speaking. And that was with having to train Gohan as well, with his own personal training. So, now I don't think you're going to get something that major with it, because he's already at 1,000. I don't think you're going to see something quite that huge. But I think around 7,000 is really reasonable for Piccolo at this point. So around 7 times. Because the stronger you get, the harder it is to increase your power through training alone. So, the fact that he was this much stronger, plus, but minus the fact he didn't have to train Gohan, 7, I think is fair. I think he's right around 7,000. And now the Big Daddy. We got Goku here. Big Daddy Goku, what's your power at? Well, guys, you see, the thing is, I've been training for a year and a half, hardcore training with my progression Frieza ability. I really had to think on this one. because I'm like, okay, he's not going to be like God level or anything like that. No. But, look, at 50,000, let's actually use Frieza as a perfect benchmarker for this. Frieza went 4 months with his base still probably about 530,000. He was able to one-shot a Super Saiyan Gohan. His power was probably somewhere in the billions. So, even though he was much weaker, he still probably had power, roughly speaking, in the billions. If we just lowball that and say 3 billion, let's say that. Let's just lowball that. No, let's not even say that. Let's lowball it and just say 1 billion, because Goku was really out of shape in terms of like his power and practice and all that. But let's say 1 billion. That means, so 1,000 times a million is 1 billion. Roughly speaking, times 2 that's a 2,000 increase in 4 months in his base form alone. That is ridiculous. So, if you really want me to do what if he progressed like Frieza, 1.5 years worth of training. That means, mathematically speaking, Goku, with an extra 1.5 years, would have done, no joke, 8,000, almost 10,000 times stronger in 1.5 years. I'll be honest, I don't feel comfortable making him that strong. Just in that time, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And I've done Super Saiyan God Goku, what if he was born with Ultra Instinct? But that's what this one is. That is what this one is. So look, going from 50 grand times 10,000 means I'm basically just adding 4 zeros onto 50 grand. And that means I just made him 500 million in terms of his power level. God almighty, what have I done? Okay. So, by the way, he doesn't have Super Saiyan. Here's the thing though. He doesn't have Super Saiyan. I'll be honest, I can't remember if I had him keep his tail. I think I had him get rid of his tail. I do think, I fully remember I had him get rid of his tail because I think I still have Roshi Blood Moon and he got rid of his tail, okay? And someone can correct me otherwise. I'll give him his tail back if you correct me otherwise. And to be fair, don't just say I did it. Please look into I could probably check my own video to see if I did that. I should have, honestly. But, when you get into this ridiculous level of crap, I say that in the most loving way. It's like the ridiculous level of crap in the most loving way. Jesus. That being said, he doesn't have his tail, but this is kind of like a weird scenario where I feel like this is kind of like Ultimate Goku. He doesn't even have his inner potential unlocked yet. Or anything. He doesn't have Super, through training, you can make an argument he might have unlocked Super Saiyan, but Super Saiyan requires a certain catalyst, at least the first time around. Unless you're going to Super and it's just a tingly back crap, but whatever. I don't think Goku would have hit on Super Saiyan. I don't think he would have. But he's 500 million, so yeah. And that's, by the way, that was doing it from a mathematical standpoint. If Frieza, and that was lowballing. I don't know what Gohan's power level theoretically was. I don't know what Frieza's power level in base form was. That was just the general run-of-the-mill guess. So it could be a lot more. It could be less. Who knows? Anyway, so the day comes, the Saiyans arrive. Goku's suppressing his power, obviously. And Piccolo, and, the fight goes down, and really, they take care of the Cybermen, no problem. They're like, all right, who's going to go? Do you want to go, Kakarot? What about the green guy? What about the other bald guys, Vegeta? Just do what you want. Just do what you want, Nappa. It's not like Kakarot has the power to do it, to take us on anyway. Don't underestimate. He broke my... That's true, but right now my scout is only reading about 5,000. An impressive amount, but still. Nothing compared to us. He might have been able to whip you rattans, but still. His power is far more... He's hiding it. And let's actually give Rad's credit. He can probably even sense power levels at this point. So he can sense that, no, his power level, even I can sense it. This is, no, something's wrong here. He's hiding it. And he's like, oh, come on, guys. And then, he goes, him, Tien, and Yamcha are duking out. Now, Piccolo still doesn't like Goku, but he recognizes that his power is far superior to his at this point. And Piccolo's just like, all right, let's see. All right, so you want him first, Goku, or should I take him? You can take him first if you want to. Much obliged. And then, Piccolo and Vegeta go toe-to-toe. Unfortunately, Piccolo can't match Vegeta, unfortunately. Even at 7,000, he's not even half Vegeta's base power at 1,600 or 16,000. So, Piccolo's doing his damnedest, but he can't do much. He gets a hit in every now and then. But I was like, I got it. Nope, that's enough, Vegeta. I was like, I see you cut the play, Kakarot. So tell me, show me the power that the Raditz claims you have, the power that you used to overwhelm him. I doubt you really have anything really to match up to us. After all, I am a Saiyan elite, Kakarot. What are you? It's like, I'm Goku. And those are my friends down there. And they all of a sudden Nappa goes flying back. So does Raditz, who was, fighting. Raditz actually can't match up to anyone in this, except Chaozu. So, it's like, I see. So, you think you're tough, huh? And he powers up, and they all sense, oh, crap. So, it's like, all right. Let's go around 2. And then now Piccolo's helping them out. Now, Piccolo at 7,000 is almost as strong as Nappa is at 7,500. So they can go toe-to-toe relatively evenly. And with multiple people fighting, and they're much stronger than they were on the can, they're able to at least put up a solid fight. And ultimately, together, they will put down Nappa. Meanwhile, Rad's just watching onwards. As Goku's like, you really want me to show you my power, Vegeta? And they just, boom, the power level just, boom, Vegeta scatters, boom, everyone's scared, just blows up. And, goes, what is this power? It's like, this is my power. And I imagine Goku's not even going full power. Goku's maybe going about 10%, which is still 50 million. So, it's like, I'm not even going to use my full power on you, Vegeta. It's not, because I don't want to kill you. I just want you guys to, I don't want you, what's the best way that Goku would put it? I don't want to hurt you guys too badly, all right? I don't want to kill you. It's like, but this is my home, and I will not let you hurt it. It's like, you think your power's anything great? Try mine! And he powers up, and it's like, and then, and then Goku's just, it's almost like Ultra Instinct. It's just natural reflexes. To him, Vegeta's moving in slow motion. It's like, and this gut checks Vegeta, who just goes down hard. Remember, Goku's 50 million, and he's not even trying right now. So he's just, and then at this point, Nappa is killed. Piccolo special beam cannons him killed. Raditz is just now watching, just, and he's, what is, he can't be a Super Saiyan, can he? Impossible! And it's like, yeah, so, it's like, one last chance. Leave now, Vegeta, unless you want to die. You think you can tell it to me that way? And then basically throws at the moon. I didn't want to use this Kakarot, but you left me no choice. And basically turns into the mine. Actually, the moon's still there because Piccolo didn't blow it up. So it's like, turns into Bioza. So tell me, Kakarot, what do you think of my power? It's kind of boring. I used to do that too, but, eventually, Kamidoshi said, get rid of tail, restore the moon. Then just boom, 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 smacks Vegeta around like a rag doll. And basically just boom. And by the way, I also learned, boop, take your tail off, you don't get to be an ape anymore. Sorry. No! So, tell me, Vegeta, you ready to give up? Yeah. How dare you? And then Goku just, boom, kind of does what he does to Nappa, and almost breaks Vegeta's back, but Krillin, give him a sense of beans. Like, yeah, no, don't worry, he won't be doing anything. He won't be caught Charlie anymore. They give him a sense of bean, heals his back up. He actually gets the Zenkai. He's at 24,000. We need to get out of here, Vegeta. We need to get out of here now. And say, by the way, you can have one too. And say, why? It's because you're my brother. And I know you won't be trying anything anymore. Yeah. And he heals up. I'll put Raditz at 3,000. So they get the hell out of Raditz still has his tail, which is very important. And they basically just he's like, Raditz, we're getting out of here. Right. And they basically just get the hell out of there. So they fly off and the day is saved. And everyone's just and Piccolo, having sensed that pass, like, there's no way I can even come close to that in any reasonable amount of time. Like, what the hell is Goku? So like, well, the day is saved. Meanwhile, they're both heading back. Raditz and Vegeta are both heading back to, Frieza planet or Frieza station. I don't remember which one it is. And they're talking. It's like, what are we supposed to do, Vegeta? It's like, I don't. Why are you asking me? For you're supposed to be the leader. But I'm warning you, Raditz. And Raditz actually puts his hand. All right. I'm sorry. And even Vegeta's like, but it's true. How are we supposed to beat someone like that? His powers. It's nothing I've ever felt. Not even Frieza demonstrates power like that. What were you saying about Frieza? Shut up, Kui. Anyway, what are you doing here anyway? Oh, just came to tell you that Frieza's on a new acquisition. He heard about these things called Dragon Balls. They can wish granting arts can grant any wish you desire. And so we're heading to Namek now to collect them. How would he have heard about that? What did he hear about that? Now remembering that Piccolo was Namekian, he saw the Namekian. He's like, of course, maybe they had them. But they can't go back to Earth. But Namek is an option. Raditz, are you ready to go on a little trip to get revenge? And Rad's just like, it all depends on what the end game is. Oh, trust me, there's an end game. What do you have in mind, Vegeta? Oh, that's right, you're still here, Queen. Never mind. We're getting revenge on someone that someone who thrashed your bottoms. But go plow your mother, Queen. Joke's on you. We reproduce asexually. Gross. Come on, Raditz. Right. And so, now, quick answer. Where would Frieza have heard of the Dragon Balls from? Word gets around. The Dragon Balls don't exist just on Earth, so I imagine Frieza could theoretically end up there. So we will still do the Namek arc. Sometimes I just completely avoid the Namek arc, but sometimes it's fun to go the Namek arc. So we're going to go the Namek arc in this route, but that's where we're going to end off right now. And really, the guy's just going to be chilling out on Earth for a while, just like, nothing really going on here. But that's the end of that part. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for what would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if, anything in the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.